It's Gay Day again, and there's still All Souls Day. I'm terrified of cemeteries, Dracula, werewolves. I need to save my soul. Jack's fear is more than understandable. When October comes here in the Northern Hemisphere, the man turns into a werewolf. The witches fly and all the demons in the world come out to the streets. Because that's when Halloween arrives. A lot of people let their fears out, wanting to turn each one of them into an incredible moment of joy. On the night of the flower. But why is that? Why do we have all this love for horror? A day to play pranks on others or to be scared to death? The feast of all saints or of all scares? The journey of a harvest celebration, which was born with the Celtic people in Ireland, became Christian. It was taken to the United States and eventually made its way to Brazil. We're going to travel through the world of souls to break all this down in a special about All Hallows Eve, or the Day of the Dead, or simply Halloween. I thought that by coming here to the forest, my restless soul would finally smile, ascend, but I'm hearing sounds. Halloween, or All Hallows Eve, began as a festival of the Celtic people in what is now Ireland, thousands of years ago. It was always at the end of summer, when the harvest came, they would light bonfires and wear costumes to scare away the ghosts. The Celts believed that after the harvest, the spirits of the dead would wander the streets. It was back in the Middle Ages that Pope Gregory VIII designated November 1st to honor the saints and incorporated some old traditions. Instead of a party for ghosts, it became a celebration for souls, for all the saints, those who, according to Christian tradition, died to keep us away from the devil Satan. Beelzebub, Asmodeus, I've already lost count of how many names they've given you. You skipped Lucifer, huh? But you can call me whatever you want, Jack. Here in France, the date of Halloween makes a lot of sense because at the end of October, the days get rainy, shorter. It's much colder. And that's when the darker half of the year begins. And it's believed that during this time, the distance between our world and the afterlife becomes much smaller. And what about us, huh? We already had Carnival, but we always found the Americans' Halloween interesting. It was suddenly that this game turned into a party also Brazilian. It's so much fear that I keep seeing creatures in the forest. I keep seeing a different monster every hour. I think I'm seeing something different. Now, for example, I'm thinking that I'm seeing Harry Potter's elf right here next to me. Imagine if he would be here, ha ha ha, laughs. In Brazil, before Halloween became popular, we already had All Souls Day on November 2nd. That's because Christianity perpetuated the idea that souls come down to talk to us at this time of year. But since it's spring in Brazil, our tradition is to bring flowers to the dead. In Mexico, on the other hand, the Day of the Dead really looks like Halloween. Right? Katrina, that's the name of the most famous skull in the world. Mexican tradition believes that at the end of October, souls come down to the earthly plane to receive offerings. The mother of my first child is Mexican, and I experienced this tradition up close when Mexican families prepare a table with food and drinks. With the food and drinks the deceased enjoy to make them happy, For example, if the deceased liked tequila, they put a shot of tequila on the table. If they like guacamole, they put guacamole, and so on. And Disney really took advantage of this Mexican tradition. In the movie Coco, spirits, skeletons, and living people experience a beautiful adventure together. In the older Halloweens, people used to tell scary stories, predict the future, and interpret nightmares. Even nightmares come from some kind of desire. I remember the story of a patient of mine who dreamed she was at her nephew's funeral, but obviously she didn't wish for that.
But what do you mean, Dr. Freud? Didn't she like the child?
No, my patient loved her nephew, but she dreamed of his death because at the funeral of another nephew, she had met a very charming and elegant man, and unconsciously she imagined that at another funeral she would meet that man again. That's what Dr. Freud explained. Is it clear now? Even Freud would be a bit macabre on a Halloween night. Actually, macabre wouldn't be the word. He would be hauntingly human. In the movie The Blair Witch Project, 3 young people disappear in a cursed forest while making a documentary about a terrible witch. Oh my God. What did they think didn't exist? Love. By the way, today I'm calm, like we're calm, but the forest has always scared us. Ever since Sachi Perere came out of the woods, hopping on one leg to play tricks on people's houses. Or was it Kurupira with his red hair that looks like it's on fire and those feet turned backwards? There's Boitata, Minhokao, the sow with 7 piglets, and the headless mule. And even in the world of myths, there are real stories. Peter Stamp was a farmer who lived in Germany about 500 years ago. He was accused of witchcraft, cannibalism, and lycanthropy. Peter Stamp was tried, and while being tortured, confessed that he practiced black magic and that he transformed into a wolf, going out and devouring animals, men and women. The werewolf of Bedburg was sentenced to death and recently became the subject of a punk song. Let me give you a tip that has really improved my life, and I think it can improve yours too. Have you noticed that I'm always wearing clothes from Insider, right? Now you know when you leave the house and your clothes are already wrinkled on the way? That's exactly what made me try Insider, and I never went back. Their pieces have a special technology. What really makes a difference are lightweight pieces like this one. Comfortable, quick drying, and they even smooth out with your body heat. That's why I wear them everywhere. There's a promotion going on right now, check this out. With the code Giornata Infinita, you get 12% off at checkout. And combined with the website offers, this discount can reach up to 35%. That's right, 35% off, but it's for a limited time only. The link is right here in the description. Besides getting smart clothing, you'll be doing something really cool, which is helping us keep producing free content. Here at Halloween, the sweets are meant to please the evil spirits so they don't take over us. That's how pumpkin lanterns were born in Ireland. At first they used turnips, but the idea was the same and it comes from a legend. A man named Jack supposedly managed to trap the devil and then decided to set him free, on the condition that Jack would never go to hell. Jack is our character. The problem was that when Jack died, he found out that heaven didn't want his soul either. Why did I get myself into this? It is said that Jack's spirit was forced to wander the earth for all eternity, and that the devil, ever so sympathetic, gave Jack a burning coal and a carved turnip to light his way. Thank you. After that, everyone decided to carve these scary images too, just like our jacks scare away evil spirits. It was with the Irish immigrants that these traditions traveled to the United States. There they spread through commerce, got filled with pumpkins, and conquered the movies. Freddy Krueger is one of the most popular costumes for Halloween. But they also dress up as Frankensteins, Draculas, and many others with Krueger costumes. Could it be because of all this horror that we usually don't remember our nightmares? We forget our dreams and nightmares because they are repressed feelings that we can't deal with. So, is our Jack running away from his own reality? Yes, let me explain. Poor Jack is just running away from his own ghosts, maybe some trauma from his childhood. I don't have any trauma, no trauma at all. I'm just running away from these ghosts. Good grief. Trick or treat, which do you prefer? After all, I always prefer the treat. Even though, like Dr. Freud, I think we should face our demons.